Hey y'all, so my name's Jaylene. This is basically I'm new to YouTube, first video ever. I do want to start doing like videos and shit, just for fun. So yeah, if you see this, like go ahead, subscribe because I'm definitely gonna be posting more. So basically what I'm gonna be talking about this video is basically gonna be about the time I got pregnant at 14. Just to put it out there, this was like 5 years ago. I'm 20 now. When I was 14, I was dating someone that was way older than me. Literally, like when we started dating, I was 13 and he was 19, I think. Crazy, I know. I did some wild ass shit. Like when I tell you, I feel so bad because I really put my mom through a lot. And I feel like that's why now that I'm older, I'm more attached to her. And honestly, like I'm not even gonna lie, like I did not know I was pregnant till I was like 8 weeks. Till I was 8 weeks. I thought I was pregnant when I was 8 weeks. Basically, nothing led me to even think I was pregnant. Like, to be honest, I did not have no signs, like no sickness, no signs that I would think like, oh fuck, I'm pregnant. What made me think I was pregnant was when I would eat like large amounts of food, then like fucking 15 minutes later or like 10-15 minutes later, my stomach would be growling. And I would be like, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck all the food that I just ate go? Like, what the fuck? Like, I literally just ate a whole lot. That was one. And then another one was when I would walk from like one side of the hallway to the other side of the hallway at school, I would literally have to rest and like fucking take my pants out, like pull it out like that and breathe. Like, I thought that was crazy because it was literally like a few seconds, from that side of the hall down to this side of the hall, and I would have to fucking pause and breathe and like, what the fuck? And then another sign was, like, I kid you not, it was this one time I was in the mirror and me and my friend were like, we were taking a mirror picture. Obviously, like, girls, like when you take pictures or whatever, you want to like, I couldn't and I tried and I tried and I tried and my stomach just did not come in. Like, it's just stayed popping out. And I was like, okay, fuck it, whatever. Like, clearly it must be all that food I be fucking eating. Like, who knows where the fuck that should go, because I still be hungry. That's what the fuck I thought, of course. I was like one of them girls that be like, me pregnant? Never. Not me. I can't. That's what the fuck I thought. I seen this one girl that I used to talk to at the time, and I asked her because I would also get cramps. And obviously, I would be like, oh, I'm getting my period, I'm getting my period or whatever, and it never came. And you used to get cramps here and there, like below your belly type shit. She was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I did. Why do you think you're pregnant? And I was like, fuck. Okay, so I went to my school nurse, and I told her like if I do a pregnancy test here, do you notify our parents? And she said, no, everything's confidential. Like, whatever happens like in there, and they don't tell anybody unless we want them to. Papers, she told me to fill them out and just take them back. So that's what I did. I filled the papers out, and I turned them in that same day. And then the appointment was like 2 days later. So they told me to go in that morning, right? And I went. So I didn't go to first period. So I went to the appointment, all this and that, and okay, so it comes back positive. And I was like, I was 14. And so I just start bawling. Like, I just bawled my eyes out, dog. Like, I just kept crying. And she was like, I know she felt awkward. I mean, what the fuck can she do to console a fucking 14-year-old that was pregnant by a fucking 19-year-old? Actually, a 14-year-old that was pregnant by a 20-year-old. Because me and him started dating when I was 13, he was 19. But when I got pregnant, I was 14, he was 20. And the worst part is, me and him had a restraining order because I ran away. If y'all want to hear that, I could say that for another video. I have hella stories. So that happened, and I just started bawling. And obviously, like, I did not want to get him in trouble, you know. So I literally made up a whole dude. Like, I made him up. And yeah, and then she was like, I was just crying. And then she gave me vitamins. She gave me prenatal care. And yeah, and she was just like, she would tell me to go in for like my checkups and shit, to go to her. Basically my due date was June 14, 2015, because I got pregnant 14, and it, you know, carried along to 2015. So it was 6/14/15. That was my due date. Here comes like the second part to it. I was so scared of one person only. My mom. Like, I was not scared. Like, honestly, like, the way my future was gonna change was not even in my head. Like, that shit was not going through my head. Financial stability was not going through my head. None of that shit was going through my head. The only thing going through my head was my mom. I was like, fuck, she's gonna whoop the shit out of me. Like, first, because I'm still fucking with this nigga, knowing we got like the court shit going on. Second, because obviously he's old as hell. So I feel like that's what I kept getting worried about, was like just my mom. My mom, she's gonna beat my ass. You feel me? She's gonna beat my ass. Basically, a lot of people knew. Everybody knew I was pregnant. And honestly, the worst part of the whole thing is like not being able to tell my mom I was pregnant before I had a miscarriage, because I ended up having a miscarriage. I had to go to a hospital, of course. They did all the blood work or whatever. I'm guessing they couldn't find anything, so that's why they said it was due to stress and pressure. And when they said that, I was like, for what? Like, what the fuck? And obviously I remembered, what the fuck was I so worried about? My mom. You feel me? So I feel like if only I trusted her more, if only we were more open, then it wouldn't have happened, you know? But I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I don't blame nobody for whatever I go through, because at the end of the day, whatever you go through is what builds you to who you are, period. Good or bad, everything you go through builds you. So I don't blame her. I don't blame anybody. So I had the miscarriage, and when I tell you, the miscarriage part, that was like the worst part of my life. It's just, I don't know what the fuck happened. I got depressed after that. Like, I was depressed for 2 years, son. 2 fucking years I was depressed. Like, I was literally, I prayed to die. I tried to kill myself. It did not work. So at this point, I just had to live depressed. You feel me? So I feel like my depression video should be something real different. So, like, separate to this. I'll leave that out. So basically, how my mom found out I was pregnant. Basically, so she found out I was pregnant through my older sister, and not because I told her. Because I have 2 older sisters and 1 other brother. So my brother's younger than me. And my 2 older sisters. So my older sister is 21. My other sister is 20. I'm 19, and my brother is 17, I think. So yeah. So we're all like literally 1 year after each other, and then my brother like 2 years. Anyways, so my older sister was going through my stuff, and because she was trying to look for her makeup that she claims I stole, which I did not, because it was my other sister. Anyways, so she goes through my stuff, right, and she finds a pregnancy test, and she obviously goes and tells my mom, right? When my mom wakes me up that same morning, and she's like fucking pissed, and I don't know why she's pissed. I just woke up, like. So she wakes me up, and she's fucking pissed, and she's telling me to get ready because we're gonna go grocery shopping. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, I'll go fuck. But we get in the car, whatever, and shit. So she's just driving, and she's just like not finding the grocery store, because we're in the car for a long ass time at this point. And so she starts telling me like, oh, you know, your cousin Mexico's struggling, da 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 da, like, and you know how she has five kids and shit, and she's struggling, she's out here doing this and that, and she can't even take care of her own kids. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so what? Like, what the fuck do you want me to do about that, you know? So I start getting mad and shit. And she was like, huh, you see how she's struggling, right? And I'm like, okay, that's her, I don't care, you know, because I don't give a fuck. And so she's like, oh, you don't care? I'm like, no, I don't care, that's her life, da 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 da. And at that time, like I said, I was already depressed because when she found out I was pregnant, I had already had my miscarriage. So all I could do during those days was just cry, you know. That's what the fuck I spent most of my time doing, just crying, you know. I just turned and I started bawling. So she did not bring up the topic at all that she found out I was pregnant. She did not bring it up. Days went by. That same week though, I think it was like a Thursday, we go to a parent-teacher conference. And obviously, so since me and my other two sisters go to the same school, because I was a freshman, my other sister was a sophomore, and then my older sister was she was a senior, because I think she was like 1 year above her grade level. Anyways, her supposed to be grade level. But so out of all three of us, she only wanted to go to my teachers. So I was like, babe. So I took her to the teacher that I know was gonna cover me. I didn't take her to the other ones because I knew I was skipping their class and I know they was about to fucking throw me under the bus. So I only took her to the one teacher that I knew knows I skipped, know I was pregnant, and knew that I would go to the little doctor's appointment. So I took her to her, and I told her like, you know, mom, just I know I'm pregnant. Like, don't tell her. And so she was like, okay. So my mom went to her. That's the only one I told her was there. I was like, my other teachers aren't even here, so you can't even see them. Like, so you have to go to their teachers. Like, the fuck. But so you went to her, and she basically told her like, yeah, she has many absences. Because my mom asked her like, how many absences does she have? And then she was ahead and tell her like, she says, okay, she has a few absences, but that's okay because every time she's absent, I know where she is and I get a slip. Cool. But basically, once it's over, you know, we go back home, and like, since it was me, my brother, my sister, mother, whatever, she waits for them to get out, and since I'm always the last one, she says, you wait. And I was like, fuck, like, we better have a talk. Like, I know where this is going. So I waited, and she was like, when were you gonna tell me? I was like, tell you what? And like I said, like, I just spent all my days crying. That's what I could do. So I was already crying. Like, I had been crying. So I was like, tell you what? She was like, tell me that you're pregnant. And I was like, I'm not pregnant anymore. And I just started crying. She was like, what do you mean I'm pregnant? Did you have an abortion? I was like, no, I had a miscarriage. And then she was like, you know, I was never even mad. I wasn't mad. She was like, where 2 eats, 3 could eat. Where 3 eat, 4 could eat. Where 4 eat, 5 could eat, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like, saying, like, it doesn't matter if it's just us. If it was one more person, they'll eat 2. You know? Like, she was like, I'm not mad that you're pregnant. I'm mad that you chose to tell everybody else and then tell me last. Or not even tell me at all. And that's when I just started crying, because I was like, you see, like, I feel like if only we had that trust, I wouldn't have gone through what the fuck I went through. You feel me? Basically, that's what the fuck happened. And then we ended up going to the hospital again. She wanted to confirm. They did the ultrasound. They stuck some shit in me. Everything was confirmed, and I could. But at that point, I feel like my mom was just more relieved that I was not pregnant, to be honest. Basically, everything with that nigga, everything went downhill. He started fucking with other bitches. That shit, I feel like that shit made me more depressed, knowing because I was with him for such a long time, and I really put him like up here, knowing he was a fucking piece of shit. I'm not even gonna say that. He was not that bad of a person. But you know, yeah, he just started doing his own thing behind my back or whatever. So, and he wasn't there. Like, he does not know how much I suffered, like, during those 2 years because of that. Nobody knows how much I suffered. The only person that knows how much I suffered is G-O-D, period. Like, he's the only one that knows how much I suffered now. Maybe me and him weren't meant to be. Maybe we weren't meant to have, like, a little one. You know, maybe I wasn't meant to have one with him. You feel me? Like, everything happens for a reason, and then that's what I learned, you know? So, yeah, you guys. That's basically, like, my little video. My little story time of the time I was pregnant at 14. But, yeah, you guys, like, if you want to hear other stories, like, I kid you not, let me know. Any questions or anything, let me know. I do want to do Q&A next, just so you guys can get to know me. So, or I feel like it should be, because I also want to do one of me and my ex-boyfriend, because that was like a crazy ass relationship, I kid you not. But I'll see. So yeah, guys, thank you.